afternoon. Welcome to another session. I hope you're doing well. We are in the last trading day of the month of November, and we are heading towards Christmas. Very, 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 very good, because we need Christmas. This year has been a year that will go down in history. It's just been anything that is possible has happened over the course of this year, and I personally am grateful that the whole year you're still healthy. You've gone through the whole year with no problem, no issue. It's very good to appreciate life. Okay, so getting towards the end of your year, you want to appreciate what you've gone through the entire year. And then when Christmas comes, you kind of enjoy yourself and be happy. Okay. We will have the next 2 weeks as our kind of focus for the year. We'll do our normal things for the first 2 weeks of December, and then the last 2 weeks of December will just be price observation. So we will not be doing any kind of trading. We will just be observing price, because towards the end of the year there's all kinds of movement that is not predictable, and if you play around you might get yourself hurt, and I don't want to get anyone hurt. So going into second week of December, we will just be observing price and not doing much. Another thing that I realized is we've still not got the we've still not got the results of the election. All right, so without spending too much time, let's jump into price. Okay. So we're starting with the dollar as usual, and let's see what we got. So last week I mentioned we were looking for a run below this low, and I'm looking for, once we run that low, first target to be here. If we go on to the weekly, you see that level here. So that is our first target once the low has been run, and then we look for price to reach that level as a downside objective. Now we have two of them. The first one being this one, and the second one being that one. So that is a gap in price. Okay. Ultimately, I think we will take out this low, but I don't want to, kind of take you that level yet, because ultimately I think dollar is gonna run this low. My prediction for dollar, it's here. Next year we should find ourselves somewhere here. Okay, next year we should find ourselves somewhere there. Let's go into the monthly, see properly. Okay, let me use my Fibonacci tool. Right, so let's see right there, and go back to weekly. Okay, so these two levels are my long-term objective on dollar. All right, so on dollar I am looking for a continuation to the downside. Yes, we will have some bounces, but ultimately I'm looking for this and that target for next year. All right, so going forward, you want to look for continuation to the downside on dollar and continuation to the upside on foreign currencies, and especially you want to focus on NZD and Aussie. All right, you want to focus on NZD and Aussie. So today we are just focusing on this level and these two levels as our downside objective. This week, to be precise, we might get ourselves down here, but that is very ambitious. Okay, we might get a bounce in here. I believe we might get a bounce in there, and we might come back inside between this high and whatever low that forms down there. So between this high and whatever low that forms down here, price might come back inside that range if we get a bounce or if we get a swing low to form in here. So for now, this is your downside objective on dollar. And with that said, let's jump on to euro. Euro, we're still looking for the upside objective I gave last week. If you were here with me last week, you remember I gave this. There was a level here and then there as the upside objective, and once we go through it, we're looking for 1.203 and 1.2063. So these two levels are my upside objective on euro. Okay, we do have a lot of people trying to sell this this currency, and that gives more reasons why they should continue to push higher. Another reason why I think it should continue going higher is if you look at the dollar is going down, so therefore that should continue going, this should continue going higher. If you look at price action in here, okay, this particular week, they take their hands that they want to go higher. So if you look how this candle traded, okay, it engulfed this after taking out their stops. So technically, when it comes to smart money, they've taken out those here, and then they've rejected all of that and closed above this down candle on a weekly time frame. That is a lot of commitment from smart money. So they've taken the liquidity down here, i.e. the stops that people placed when they bought from here. So anyone that bought there and in here their stops will be not you, not me, those that move the market. So we have some hedge funds or institutions that actually bought this, and their stop loss will be down here. So they've cleaned them up and then reject all of that and closed above this candle. That was a sign that price is going to continue going higher. Anytime you see this in price, you are looking at a really strong change in direction. So when you see a run on stop, when you see something like this, okay, and then price reject and engulf the whole down candle. So down candle that took price down here, okay, to take out the stops. If the rejection engulf the whole down candle, that's actually very bullish, and you could see a continuation to the upside. And you will see lots of examples. I've shown lots of examples on Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is currently trading. I did show why it was trading at that level, and I also showed you. We'll go through them in a minute. Okay, so on Euro, you want to be looking for a buy to essentially this candle's low. Okay, so you're looking at that candle's low as your upside objective. If we drop down to the daily, okay, for now I'm expecting this high to be taken out, right? So you want to look for buys only. If price does retrace, which it did in the afternoon, I've literally just spent my whole morning sleeping because I did my analysis over the weekend, so nothing much for me to do, and all my positions were on the yen pairs, so I didn't have to do much. But on Euro, you want to be looking for buys. Okay, so you want to follow what we call institutional order flow. Okay, you want to buy anytime price retraces to a down candle. So we had one here, price retrace to it, and then it's a buy. So if it pushes higher and retrace to another down candle, then you can buy, and you are targeting these two levels. Okay, don't change your direction, because people will try to go short, and all indicators on this pair will be flashing like they'll be flashing overbought and all kind of divergence and all kind of patterns. That's when you want to continue buying. Okay, British pound, this is also a pair that I'm expecting this equal high to be run. I'm expecting this equal high to be run and then reach for 135, 1.35059. Okay, so you want to get into this for a buy. I think price has changed direction. Friday we had a crazy move to the downside, and that might have caused a lot of people to go short on this pair, but ultimately the daily is still bullish. So daily price action is all that is necessary. If the daily is bullish, you want to stick with the daily. So these two down candles are just 2 days that price gave bearishness, and to me it's called reaccumulation. They are buying more in these two down candles. So you can literally just buy and place your stop below the Friday's low, and then target this equal high. Okay, so this equal high will be this high and that high. All right, so you can do something like this. Where we are now, you want to buy and then place your stop below this down candle and then target this equal high. Okay, but I'm looking for beyond that. So beyond that will be this level. Okay, that's where I'm expecting price to go to. But you want to take most of your profit off at this level, which is the equal high. So this high and that high, that's equal high. You want to take most of your profit off at that level, and then you let the rest run. Okay, you want to take most of your profit off at this level, and then you want the rest to continue going higher. So you could do something like this for a continuation to the upside. Now my favorite pair will be this one. I'm bullish on NZD across board. So NZD is the pairs that I am currently long on all the pairs, not all of them, but most of them. Okay, so like NZD yen, I'm long. NZD Swiss, I'm long. NZD CAD, I'm long. So I've been long for I think 2 weeks now on a swing trade perspective, because I kept mentioning that you want to be in this pair from down here. Okay, so NZD, I'm still looking for continuation to the upside. Now let me show you why. The same thing I shared on Euro. Okay, when they use a down candle to manipulate, i.e. take stops. So this is an example where this down candle, okay, did take out the stops below this, and then they rejected that and came back and closed above it. So when that happens, that is a sign of bullishness, and especially if you're on the higher time frame like this, that is really bullish. Okay, so if you do see this kind of pattern on any time frame, that's a sign of bullishness. If it's on the other side, so if it's on the upside, then that is really bearish. Okay, so if it's something like this, okay, last up candle taking the stops and then rejection, that is bearish. Right, so you see how price traded down from that point. Same thing we're having in here. So on NZD, I'm expecting price to reach for this candle here. All right, so I'm expecting price to reach for that if we get continuation on the dollar on the downside. So for now, coming into this week, these are my upside objective, these two levels. So 0.7677 and 0.70677 and 0.70898. So those are my upside objective for this week. And I had a buy order, a buy limit. I just didn't get triggered down here. So I wanted to buy the down candle on the daily. Remember I said when we are bullish, we want to buy down candles. So that's where I had my buy limit on this down candles high, and price didn't get there, but it's still there. If price is to give a big retracement, I'll still look for a buy there. All right, that's before we reach the target. If we reach the target, then I'm not buying anymore. But if it does come down now, then yes, I'll buy to continue to reach for the target. Okay, so let me zoom in so you can see where I'm targeting. So on the 4-hour, there is an equal high back in 2018 right here. Okay, so I'm targeting for now this as my first target, this consolidation to be run as my first target. Then I'll reach for the monthly bearish order block, the low and the open. That's what I'm reaching for on the upside. So I'm not far away from our target. Entry wise, I think we will just rally to there. From where we are, I think the price should just rally. Okay, so we have about 15 pips, 22 pips to the upside objective, with a stop loss below this will be ideal. Okay, so maybe a 1-to-1 trade, right here, and you're looking to target there, and then you'll be scaling out on these levels. Okay, you'll be scaling out here, scaling out there, and then scaling out finally out here. Aussie, I also had the same trade, similar to the New Zealand dollar. I'm very ambitious on this one because I'm expecting price to reach for the breaker on the monthly. So I'm expecting price to reach for this down candle because there's nothing in here that can really stop price. So I'm expecting price to reach for the breaker. So that's why I'm looking for that price. But we do have a small breaker on the daily in here. So it's a smaller breaker inside the bigger one. So that's where I'm taking most of my profit off. So I did get an entry on this one. I was buying this down candle, right? So I've got an entry. So if you want, you can take this trade as well. You'll be scaling out here and then there. Okay. So on Aussie dollar, we are still at where I was looking for the buy. We did run some stops, okay, this low and rejection, and we are still stuck in there. My stop loss is below the down candle on the daily, which is this one here. If we break that, then we might come back down a little bit for more retracement and still continue going higher. I don't see the necessity of doing that. That's why I placed my stop there, because if it does stop me out there, then I'm wrong. Then price is gonna go into a retracement. If not, then it should continue going higher. Therefore, this is my first target, and then once I get first target, I'll let the rest run, okay, until we get to this target there. But I will scale out as price goes up. I will not let everything go to this target, because that's a lot of pips in between. So between here and there, that's 93 pips. I don't think we're gonna run. We can, because we do have high impact news on. We have high impact news on Aussie. If you are not aware, I will show you. So we do have high impact news tomorrow morning as early as 3:30 a.m. Okay, we have rate announcement. Rate announcement is very very volatile. You can see price rally very much. Okay, and it's the first day of the month of December as well. And then we do have Wednesday, another high impact, the RBA governor speaking, and GDP on AUD as well. So we have high impact news on AUD that can literally just take price to these targets, right? So make sure you watch the events if you can, and then make sure you protect yourself with a stop loss, but you're looking for upside objectives. Okay, with this kind of events, what can happen is they can run stops and then reject and continue going higher. So it's better to watch it, and then if you see them run down and quickly reject, which most of the time hi, welcome Pedro. So most of the time is the case where when they do give this rate announcement, price will just run down quickly, reject, and then continue going higher, or it will just run higher. Okay, so if you're looking to kind of trade this, maybe watch tomorrow's event, okay, at 3:30 a.m. You want to watch that event and then be awake and then trade it, because I think price should continue going higher. It shouldn't go lower. With the weakness in dollar, this should rally, and we do have this high that needs to be taken anyway. They need to take out this high, so expect a rally going into tomorrow. dollar CAD, I was struggling to find an entry on this one, so I kind of left it. I know where price should drop to, so I'm looking for this level as downside objective. But finding an entry yesterday, I couldn't figure out where they could possibly kind of take price before continuing going down. So I didn't find an entry. But with today's movement, that is showing willingness that price wants to continue going lower. So it should create levels for entries. I'm looking on the 4-hour. Looking on the 4-hour, if we do retrace back to, I don't think it should. It should just continue going lower. But finding entry is the problem. Okay, it doesn't give any reasonable entry. So what I might end up doing, I might not take the trade, but if you want to take the trade, what you can do is measure when today closes. Okay, you want to measure the range. So let's say today will close, right? Let's say the day is over. Right, today trading is done, and this is the candle. So what you want to do is you want to measure the high and then the low of the day, and then tomorrow you want to mark out the 50%. Okay, you mark out the 50%, and you don't want price to go above that. So if you see any small pullback during London, which will be ideal, so during London you don't want to see price exceed this high. So tomorrow you could sell this this up candle like this, short, with a stop above today's high. So today's high will be there. This is trying to catch trade when you don't get a much pullback. Okay, you could leave your stop above today's high, or give yourself a number. I think 50 pip, yeah, it's exactly 50 pip, and then you target these levels. Okay, so tomorrow you could do something like this. You want to sell. If it does get up here, then obviously you sell there, and then you target these levels with a stop above this high. Okay, because it's not pulling back much. Maybe after taking out this low, it might pull back a little bit, and then you can sell short. Okay, so I didn't get any area to kind of frame a trade idea. So this is the only thing I could do, because there's no pullback. Any targeting here. Ultimately, I think we are turning around. If you look on the monthly, I think we are turning around, and we could be coming down here. That's a long way, but we could potentially come down there, but that is long term. Okay, so for short term, I'm looking at these levels. So if you want to take a screenshot, okay, so if you want to take a screenshot, and then maybe after a month you come back and check and see if we've gone through all these targets. Ultimately, I think this is the main level I will aim for, and then once you get here, I'll reevaluate what price is doing and then see if we can reach for these ones. But I'm looking at this as possible this week, and then this going into maybe the end, towards the second week of December, we should be down here. Okay, and then I'll see if price will get there. But for now, these are my downside objectives. How do I target highs and lows? I use there's a lot of things I'll have to show you before you understand, but the easiest way to understand is I'm looking at where price is at now and where it's likely to go. Okay, where price is at now and where it's likely to go. and that's what I use. So if we are here, is it likely to come up here or likely to go down there? Okay, that's the logic. So it's not likely to come up because you can see they are pressing down. Okay, it's not pressing up, therefore you want to target lows. So that's why I'm looking for lows. By looking at the daily time frame, you will see what price is trying to do, and then once you understand what it's trying to do, then all you have to do is you submit to the flow. Okay, because price is flowing to the downside, so submit to that and then look for sales. And if it's on the opposite side, which is what the euro was doing or the British pound was doing, okay, British pound is pushing higher, so submit to the upside and target the highs. It's hard to trade, but it's the best way because price is always looking to continue going in the direction of where the trend is. Okay, so if you can read the trend, so in here you can see that the trend is up. People get caught in the lower time frames, but you don't want to be caught in the lower time frames. You always want to look at what the higher time frame is reaching for, because that higher time frame will always trump the lower time frame. So you want to understand what the higher time frame is looking for, and then you can trade in that direction. All right. Dollar Swiss, similar. I think I had this trade idea here, and to continue going lower. So on dollar Swiss, I do have these downside objectives. I'm expecting this low to be taken and reach for a daily level here. So this is my first downside objective on the dollar Swiss. So 89.35. So you can run it up to 89.4. Okay, so 89.40. That's my downside objective on dollar Swiss. So the trade idea that I got was to sell here and look for continuation to the downside. This down candle will, as you can see, will try to stop price from going down, but ultimately I think it's gonna break and continue going lower. So in here can be funny, they can run stops. It can run all the way up here and still be okay to go down. So if you do see that you want to sell short again, so if they run up here to this up candle, you want to sell short again. Don't subscribe to the pullback. All right, don't subscribe to the pullback. It's just a pullback because the daily is still looking to press down. If we take out this high, then I will submit that probably price is changing around. Okay, probably price is changing or turning around. But if that doesn't happen, how long do I hold my trade? So I have separate account for separate trading. So I have one account that I close every trade, every single one of them on Friday. So I trade for the week and I close every single trade on Friday. And I have a different account for swing trading. So swing trading, I hold it till I reach my targets or I get stopped out. So different trading account for different purpose. So one is for you can call it day trade. It's a short-term trading where I hold a trade for the week. So I can go, for example, on I'll show you a trade that I'm on right now on Swiss yen. So I'm currently long on Swiss yen. Right, I've been long from down here. So Swiss yen, I've been long from down here and I'm still long. Right, I'm so long because that's a swing trade idea that I was taking, and I'm looking for a run above this high. Okay, so that kind of trade, I'm still in it, but I also have a position on this, or I had a position on this for the week. So last week I had position on where I closed it on Friday, and this week I've also picked up today I've also picked up another position from down here. So I've picked up another position from down here. That will be for a weekly trade, so I'll look to close this trade by the end of the week. All right, you're welcome. So on this, I think price is gonna continue going lower. Okay, so you want to look for a sell to continue going lower. Do not, like I said, do not be if you see price run up quickly. I think they might be going for some stops, because this pair likes to do that. Yeah, they did some in here. Okay, they run all the way up, took out some stops, and then rejected. They did the same thing in here, run stops and then rejection, run stops and then rejection. So they could run some stops and then reject again. Okay, so you want to make sure you don't get tricked into that. So if you do see that, use this level as you're selling. They might be running this high. Okay, so use that level to sell again, and then look for downside objective. Euro, pound. So euro pound, I've got a mixed reading on this one. Looking on the weekly, right, they did engulf this candle. In my price action understanding, they did engulf this candle, which usually is a sign of bullishness, right? However, they've left this beautiful area where to me there's a lot of liquidity sitting down there. Okay, so I'm torn into two directions, where it could just sweep down and come and take out this low and ignore this effect of engulfing, and then just sweep down and take out these stocks before going higher. Or it can pick up orders from this down candle and then send it higher, right? So I'm in, the word I'm trying to use is not coming, so I'm indecisive. I'm not 100% on this pair because of what I've just outlined. So because of that, I'm not gonna say price is going up or down. If I'm to go with one direction, my gut tells me, okay, that is gonna go up because of the engulfing. The engulfing is a strong pattern, but so I'm gonna go with to go up. Okay, if I'm wrong, then it will come back down here and then take out these stops. But with the engulfing pattern, I think price would want to go up. The only thing that I have that might change that is this high, or this up candle. That up candle with this high just below that, with a gap here. That is where I'm watching, because if we do get there and we see a quick rejection, then I think they will be coming back down here, because that's the level I wanted to sell short, and then price just rejected from here. All right, price rejected from here, and once I saw price rejecting from there, immediately I started thinking maybe it's a trap. They've left that there on purpose. Okay, and they will come back and take out this stop, hit this bearish last up candle prior to this move down, and then sweep back down again. So this is where I'll draw the line. If I'm to go bullish, then they need to take out this high. So for me to change my bias to bullish and stick with it, they need to take out this high. Once they do that, then I am all for bullishness. Then I'll be looking for price to come and take out these highs. If not, then I'll be watching this level for a possible run higher, break down, and then return back to take out these stops. So this week, that's what I'm watching, right? So you can have this on your chart. You want to look at this up candle, okay, for a possible run above this high, rejection, and then a continuation to the downside. If they close, which you will know, if they close above this high, then we are bullish. We will be going higher, and you'll be coming back above this high. Okay, so that is your that's what I have on that one. Aussie New Zealand, this pair is just playing with me. It's playing with me. Looking at price action. Okay, the reason why I'm saying it's playing with me is because I saw this huge rejection. We call it bullish hammer. I saw that and it engulfed this down candle. So my eye was straight back up here because that's where with this move price should come to. But it rejected that and then came back down. And since then we've stayed sideways, and then today we've seen price going down. So I've taken a loss in here. I'm not gonna hide it. Okay, I took a loss in here because I was bullish. I bought this breaker, this up candle here, okay, and my stop loss was just below this rejection block here. Okay, so today I think run about when did I get the message? Run about 10:16. Okay, I got a message that my stop has been hit. So around 10:16, I think this candle, I got a message that my stop has been hit. So I've taken a loss on this, and that's normal. Okay, so I'm expecting price to now reach for the next downside objective, or they could leave, they could reject here and continue going higher. That I will have to wait and see. So this one is another hard one to read because price is not behaving normal. Okay, so I'll wait for more information on this to see what price wants to do. On the monthly time frame, we are currently trading at a monthly down candle, so there will be some form of accumulation. So my next level to watch now is just the opening price of this, because it seems that nothing is happening on the lower time frame institutional levels. So my next level to look for some form of reaction will be here. So we might get a continuation to the downside on this to that level, and that's when I'll start looking for reasons to look for possible longs. I'll start looking at the accumulation pattern in here, because when it's about to turn around, you will see accumulation patterns, which I thought was here, but that was not the case. So I could use this down candle once we close below this. Okay, if we close below this, I can use this down candle as a breaker and take a trade to come to that level, the 10421 level. So if we close below this, then I can use this down candle because it took out the stops here, and I can use that as a breaker and mitigate the loss. So in my camp, we call it a flip trade. So I'll use something like this. Right, so we take out this low, we close below this low. I will look for a retracement to the closing price on that one, and then I'll look to sell short to come to this level, and I'll mitigate the loss, right? Because if they close down here, that means they want to continue going lower, or they're just taking the stops below this equal low and then a rejection. So That's why I need it to close below. If it doesn't, then no feelings. Euro, New Zealand, and this trade is done. That was from last week. Okay, so on Euro New Zealand, I have this level as a breaking structure. So if we come up here and then we take out this high, then we have a breaking structure and we could be going higher. If we don't, then we will stay sideways, which is what I'm predicting for now. Okay, so you want to stay away from this pair unless it comes and close above this high. Then you can start looking for reasons to go long to this level, these daily levels. Okay, if not, then stay away because it's gonna go sideways and you don't want to be in a sideways market. If you understand price, then yes, you can watch sideways market with the understanding of where you are looking for price to go. So let's say you are bullish, right? Let's say you're bullish and you're expecting price to go higher. So you will study the sideways market, then you will see one drive down, which we call in Wyckoff, they call it a spring. Okay, so if you are bullish, then you start looking for a manipulation that takes out every low. So that is the spring. And then once you see the spring reject and start going higher, then you can start looking for buys. Okay, if you are bullish. But in this case, if you don't understand, then wait for market structure to break to show you that, okay, now I can see price doesn't want to go down, it wants to go higher, and then you can buy. Okay, but if you do understand consolidation, expansion, which is the beginning of any movement, when it's going sideways, you want to monitor the lows that are being taken. So for example, price could come back down here and take out this stop and then reject and start coming higher. Once you see that, to me, that will be a sign of the spring. And the spring usually, when it comes to quote unquote my mentor's teachings, manipulation, stop run, okay, that is where the institutions are going long. So they could do something like this and then reject. So when I see this, that's where I think institutions are going long, and then we will see price just continue to go higher. And to Wyckoff students, this will be the spring, so they can wait for a retest and then continue going higher. But if you don't understand, then just wait for normal classic price patterns. Okay, higher lows, higher highs. So you have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We fail to make a lower low, so that is a sign of consolidation. So if we make a higher high and then we form a lower high, that's your confirmation to go long. Okay, so wait on this pair. Same thing with this one, you want to wait. Ideally, I wanted to go short again here, but price is too low. I'm expecting a bounce on Aussie New Zealand. Okay, I'm expecting a bounce, and if we do get a bounce on Aussie New Zealand, this pair might go into some form of a pullback. Okay, and it can come and take out this equal high and come to this level. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. We might get a bounce to come up here and clear this equal high. Okay, so this will be your trigger. If we close above this high, you can start looking for longs to go above this equal high into this last up candle. Pound yen. Now last week I gave a short a long idea in here, and price did run down on Friday. So Friday again I took another loss. That was one of the trades that I take, and I close it on Fridays. So Friday at 5 o'clock I closed my trade, and then today I went back in because looking at what price did on Friday evening, just at the closing time, I'll show you. Just at the closing time, okay, it did come to the daily. Maybe you will not know what that is. This level here, that's a daily down candle. So when we are bullish, when price is bullish, you want to buy down candles, right? So this is 1, 2, 3 down candles, consecutive down candles. So once price retraced, Friday did close by hitting this and rejecting, so it didn't break any market structure. But overnight, between now and yesterday at 10, when price closed, there was a break in market structure and price retraced down again. So if you watch this down candle, okay, we hit that and then price broke market structure on the 1 hour right here, right there. Okay, so we broke market structure and then it retraced. So with this retracement, I got an entry, and then we went up, came back down again, and I got another entry. So this would be a trade that I will hold for the rest of the week and then close on Friday. For swing trade ideas, my swing trade entry is down here. I think I shared this last week that this is not gonna pull back much because there's no institutional reference point for me to key off from. So you want to buy any retracement to a down candle. I think that was right in here. So last week Thursday, and that is for my members, my VIP members. Okay, so that's where I got my swing trade entry. Okay, so my swing trade entry is still in there, but my weekly trade that I do take, I took a loss in here for continuation to the upside. So the trade idea I gave was to buy after a close above this high. So my entry was right there and my stop was right here. Okay, and then Friday, price came back down and stopped me out, and then I took another trade in here, okay, with a stop loss below this, and that also took me out because I was expecting this as a stop run and a continuation to the upside. Okay, and then that also stopped me out. So 2 losses on Friday, 2 gains today, but my swing trade is still intact. So what does that mean? It means that price wants to continue going higher. We just retraced to a down candle on the daily, so I'm expecting price to now come above this high. With today's closure, just like I outlined on the British pound, with today's closure, you want to view these 2 down candles as accumulation. So accumulation means that they were buying. Okay, it's not selling, they were buying more. Okay, so you want to key off from this down candle for a continuation to the upside. So these are my 2 upside objectives. So if we get to close like we are today, tomorrow during London, you want to see if you get a retracement to this down candle, and then you want to buy that. And for your stop loss, I think protecting yourself with this down candle is ideal. Right, so that is your trade idea on this one. Okay, so that's your trade idea on this one. I think we will continue going higher. We will take out this high. We do have equal highs in here, which is very likely that it's going to be tagged. It's going to be tagged today, right? It's going to be tagged today. And if you didn't catch an entry on the British pound, I suggest you do so, because that is also going to tag out that high. Okay, and then take out that equal high. Back to pound yen. Okay, so this one we'll be looking for around above this equal high and then that high. So your targets will be this, that one, that, and that. You want to be scaling out as price is going up. So what I usually do on my swing trade accounts will be, if I'm long down here, okay, when price get to this level, which I was expecting, so when price got here, I scale out. Okay, I took out most of my position off on the swing trade idea account, and then I'll leave that because that's a swing trade. I'm not touching it. So day trade or weekly trades, you want to be scaling out as price is going, because the weekly range, okay, it's not promised that it's going to be one full up candle. Okay, so what do I mean by that? The weekly range is not promised to be something like this. Okay, it's not promised to be something like this where I can buy the low of the week and then price will continue going up and do this, because if you do that, then you are just expecting too much. So the weekly range can go up and then reject and come back and do like this. So if you don't close some of your profit off, okay, price will come back into a retracement and you might not get anything. Okay, so that's why I do have these upside objectives, because when they do get there, I want to take my profit off and make sure that the trade I've taken, I'm making something out of it. Okay, so that's what you're seeing. So this week we've started here, prices is now going up. So let's say we are currently right here. Okay, so this is the weekly range. Now, actually, let me go into the weekly time frame so you see what I mean. Okay, so this is currently the weekly range. So we opened. Let's draw. Let's do some artistic work. Right there. Right here. And currently price is trading there. Okay, so this is the weekly range. So I'm expecting the weekly range to be something like this. Okay, that's how far I want to see the weekly range. But like I said, it's not guaranteed. It probably can come all the way up to this high and then reject and come back and close like this. Okay, and then if you don't take profits, then you are almost back to break even, and you don't want that. So as it's going up now, okay, if you do catch the entry, once it takes out that high, you want to bank some profit. Once it takes out that high, you want to bank some profit, and then you let the rest go and see if it's gonna reach for these upside objectives. All right, so that is the dollar yen. New Zealand yen, this is the one that I have loaded on this since down here, and all of the members, I think I also shared this with the free community, the free Institute Trader Telegram. I shared this trade idea with all of them. Okay, price was down here and we're looking for a long with a stop below this and targets in there. You can check the Institute Trader right there. So I've been long from down here. To be specific, I went long on this candle. After we took out this high, that's where I went long. So I sat into a bit of a drawdown. Okay, almost gave me a heart attack. And then price rejected, and then that was the end of the story, and now we find ourselves here. Okay, so New Zealand yen, I've also mentioned that you want to sell your wife and your children and place it on this one, because I do see the move that Bitcoin has done. I do see it on this one as well, where we had this consolidation right before we break a high, and then we just see a continuation to the upside. So again, I'm going to draw it. So you want to see something like this. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. So this equal high is my next year upside objective. So these highs, that's my next year upside objective. But for now, we deal with what we have. So I'm looking for a run here and right there. So you might get some sensitivity around there. Okay, we might get some sort of a pullback inside there, but ultimately I'm still bullish. So if we do get a pullback, we might pull back into maybe back down here, and then it should continue going higher. Full margin on the family. Yep, you want to sell everything. Actually, what is Bitcoin doing right now? Let's have a look. There we go. See, Bitcoin has made a new high again. And Ripple is the one that I'm in. I'm loving it, and I have a bit of Ethereum as well. So this is nice to see. Absolutely making my Christmas a dandy Christmas. Alright, so on NZDN, you want to look for a continuation to the upside. This morning they did come down here. I missed a wicked entry on this one on the 5-minute chart. So this morning when I was watching price, I took my son to school and I came back, and I think before taking him to school, because I take him at 8, so before 8 o'clock I was looking at this down candle and I was seeing accumulation pattern in here. So when I say accumulation pattern, like a wyckoff, so I saw price making lows. Okay, so it made a low, made a low, made a low on the 5-minute chart, and I was watching which high that they need to break before we continue going higher. So I saw that they took out this high here, okay, and then price came back down, right? So this high was responsible taking out the last down candle. So I placed my level here that once we break that high, I'll be buying it. Okay, and when that happened, guess where I was? I was driving my son to school, and I missed all of this. Okay, I missed all of that, and that was not nice. I was kicking myself to get an entry. So I got an entry. Yeah. I got an entry here. This is where I got an entry. Right. So we had a low taking and then went up, broke market structure retracement. So that's where I got an entry. So this is a day trade for me to continue going higher, or a weekly trade. So my target is up here. Right. So on New Zealand yen, you want to continue looking for reasons to go long. Do not try to sell it because it's not a selling market right now. Once we get to 73, 78, maybe a pullback trade will be probable, but not a selling trade, a pullback trade, okay, or a counter trend. You can leave that counter trend and let it come to a daily level, which I think might be this down candle. So if we go up one more time, let's push this one here. So if we go up, let's say tomorrow we go up one more time, then what you want to do is you want to highlight this down candle like that, and then wait for price to come back to it, give you a break-in structure on the lower time frame. You could use the 15, 5, 1 hour, whichever one you are comfortable with, and then you look for a continuation to the upside. Right, so New Zealand yen, we are looking for this as our upside objective, and then for long term I've given you where you want to look for your target. Okay, so for long term, this is where you're looking at. Let's go into a weekly, see what we've got. Nothing on the weekly. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, this is really bullish, man. Look, they have a low, high, low. Okay, and this is breaking this high, so we have a market structure break on the monthly. Now the last time we broke market structure on the monthly, when price was going up, was here, and then we went down for how many years? So we had a market structure break in 2014, about 15, and then we've been down for 5 years. Okay, we've been going down for 5 years. Granted, we went up and then we broke market structure, but it started from there. Okay, so that's the last time we broke to the downside. Now if you look at price, the last time we went up was here, and it went up for a couple of years as well. So if this is indeed a breaking market structure, then my target is even, I think we might be challenging this high, but that's too ambitious. So this equal high looks reasonable, so we might be coming up there. It looks like a market maker buy model, on the monthly, so we could see this area as a potential reaccumulation. So we close above, price will come back and find support, and then target this high, and then we'll be looking for a run above that high. Right, so that's what I'm saying. You want to sell your house, your family, your wife, your parents, and then once you get the $1 million or whatever you get, you can buy them back. Okay, Euro yen, to absolutely beautiful trade. I think, I'm not sure if I gave a trade idea on this, but we've been bullish from down here. We've been bullish from down here, and going into Friday, I also had this trade idea towards the end of the week. I think in my daily market summary that I did share that if we close above this high, we could look for a continuation to the upside. This was my levels I was expecting price to reach, doing my analysis overnight yesterday, and it has reached them. So I think, well, we're looking at here for now. For where price is currently sitting, we'll be looking there for upside objective. Okay, a lot of people are trying to sell this, and to me, sometimes I don't understand. Well, now I understand why most of my trades back in the days were wrong, because I was trying to go against the daily trend. And if you don't understand the daily trend in terms of smart money, you will be crushed. And what do I mean by that? So with this down candle, right, people would think that price is going down, and they will begin to look for sales. But you don't want to look for sell unless price is making lower lows on the daily time frame. Then you want to look for a sell. But if you are making, in this case, we have a low here, we broke market structure, price retraced, also taking out this high, it's showing you bullishness. Okay, when we do have down candles in this occasion, it's not selling. That is a sign of reaccumulation. They are buying more. That's one of the lessons that literally gave me light bulb moments, where if you have price going up and you have a down candle closure one day or two maximum, it should be two. If it goes to three, it's not good, but maximum one and two. When you have that, that's a sign of reaccumulation. Smart money is buying more of that pair or whatever it is. Could be anything. Okay, they are buying more, so you want to get in line with that. But if you're not confident buying on the down candles, you wait for price to close above one of the down candles. So that's example that I gave on the pound yen. So you wait for price to close above this, because you have two down candles closure into a down candle. So you want to wait for price to close above the down candle, and once you see that, that's your sign that these two down candles were reaccumulation. But if you understand price like I do, then you can start looking for the buy down here. Okay, so like I showed you, I bought down there. Okay, if you don't understand, then you can use what I'm showing you here, because it takes time for your brain to accept this paradigm shift. Okay, it takes time for your brain to accept, okay, when we have down candle, it means that institutions are buying. It doesn't look like that on the lower time frame. Okay, this doesn't look like institutional buying, because to you this is going down, but to me that's not. Okay, to me that's not. It's just a sign of what? Reaccumulation. So all you have to do is find the higher time frame level, which is this one here, and then wait for market structure to break, right? And then off to the races. So the same thing applies to euro yen. Okay, one down candle, price reject, we close above, so we can look for longs in here. In the lower time frame, it gave all the signs right here. After closing above this candle, that's a sign that we want to continue going higher. So on euro yen, you want to look for the longs to come to there. We're almost there, so let me move this one, move that one that has been hit on the 1 hour time frame. We are not far off. It's about 30 pips. So 30 pips for trade idea. Let's go to the 15 minutes. If we had to drop down here, which I don't think that would be, use a fib. Okay, use a fib from here to there. I think that would be the best, easier way to do it. Okay, use a fib. We drop down to the 618. You want to buy with a stop below here, and then you look for that upside objective. So you want to go long here. If it does get there, then you want to take your profit up there. That's if it does retrace there. If it doesn't, then I think it's just going to continue going to that target, and it's not important to chase it. But if it does retrace down here, then you want to take a long to continue going to that target. Swiss yen. So like I showed you, this is my trade of the month, because I've literally hunted for long since price was up here. Yes, I've been hunting for long since price got there, and then I watched it retrace all the way back down here to take out this low. My actual level that I wanted to buy was the rejection block here, and price never got there. That's what I wanted to buy, but price never got there. But it did give me a break in market structure on the lower time frame here, and then I got in on this candle. So if I drop down to the hourly, right here, so I return to this breaker, was my entry, So I still have this entry on, and I shared this one with our members last week Wednesday. We had our live session, and whilst we were having the live session, price was dropping in here, and I shared this with them to look for a buy here with a stop there, and then a continuation to take out this equal high. So that was a live session trade idea, and that's where we are currently sitting. I still believe we're gonna continue going higher on this pair. I'm bullish till mid-December, so let's see how far this thing can go. I think we might take out this high. It will take something extraordinary to do that, because price did take out these stops. Okay, so we will struggle a little bit, but ultimately I think we'll take out this high, and then we'll be looking to harass this one. That's a very pretty well to use, but yeah, we're gonna challenge, not harass. You get that from? Okay, you're gonna challenge that high. So from where we are now, your upside objective will be these levels. All right, so you'll be looking there. Ideally you want to take about 90% off here, and then you leave the rest 10% to see if we can take out that high. So for entry wise, I think where we are is not bad. Protecting yourself with this down candle. Protecting yourself with that down candle and targeting here, that's not bad. Okay, the ideal entries are gone. Okay, the ideal entry was here, which was this morning when we had a pullback. It's actually pulling back now, so you can look for long. If we do take out, if it does come back down and take out this low, then I'll be looking back to the daily. I don't think it should do so. I think it should just continue going higher, because we've just run previous day low here. Okay, we run this previous day's low and reject, so it's not necessary for price to come back down, so it should continue going higher on this. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we should continue going higher. We're just going into a pullback from this last up candle. Ultimately, I think it should go back and trade above this high. Dollar yen. Now this pair I think will go sideways. With the weakness in dollar and weakness in yen, this is bound to go sideways. We had a pretty decent move last week from here, which I shared with our members, but I think price is gonna go sideways for now because of the weakness in dollar. We're gonna get sideways movement. Okay, so you want to make sure you stay out from this one, because price is gonna go sideways unless you have your own strategy that you use and you see something that you want to use to take a trade, then by all means do so. For me, this will go sideways, so I'm not interested, because we have the dollar dropping and yen also. If you want to see what I mean, futures currencies. So this is what I mean. The yen is at a high time frame level where it is looking to drop. So if we are dropping, then the yen will be weak, and dollar is also weak, so you want to stay away. I think we should drop. We should continue to drop on this. Yep, we will continue to drop. Oops, not the one I wanted to use. Okay, so we will continue to drop on the yen, so maybe you want to stay away from this. CAD yen, another pair that I had a long idea on. So initially, after taking out this low, okay, I wanted to see price drop here for a buy to continue going higher, because the daily is bullish, we are not bearish. So I wanted to see price drop to this down candle and then look for a buy, and it didn't do that. So this is when understanding price action is this is when understanding price action is key, because when one my mentor calls it algorithmic trading. Oh, it's like you're using logic to trade. So if you're bullish and price is going down and it fails to go down and it rejects and goes higher, it rejects and goes higher, how do you switch? Because sometimes it can be very deceiving and you might not see it coming. So if I'm bullish, okay, let's say I'm bullish right now and price, let's cut this one off so you understand what I mean. Okay, so this is where currently price is at now. So we've broken this down candle, we had a high, we had a low, we've broken, therefore price should continue going down to this level, right? If we are bullish, if we are bearish, we shouldn't come above this high. So that's the algorithmic principle, or let me say logic behind price. Because if price is bearish, there are some levels that it doesn't have to break, and if price is bullish, there are levels that it doesn't have to break. So right now, when price was here, because we are bullish, price doesn't need to break this low. Okay, price doesn't need to break this low. If it breaks this low, it means that price wants to go down. Okay, hence that to there. Now, if it changes its mind, then there has to be, just like this low, that we don't need to break for price to continue going higher. If we break above this high, it means that price doesn't want to go lower anymore. So in this case, price does this. So right here is an indication that price, just like it did want to go up here, is showing you that it doesn't want to go lower. So what does it mean? It means that price wants to go higher. And then it does this. Right? So I kind of try my best to let everyone understand the way I trade, so that you will understand when I give you a level, or I give you a price point, that okay, price should do this, and if it doesn't do this, then you do that. That's why I go through them the way I do, because I can just point to you, price is going here, buy here, but it won't help you, because when the trade doesn't do that and it do something else, what are you gonna do? So that's why I take my time to explain why price is doing what it's doing, and if it does change its mind, then you know exactly what to do. All right, so with that said, okay, price needs to continue now to go higher. It should seek for, I think it should seek for these equal highs. That's ambitious, so we won't take profits as we go along the way, just to make sure that the trade we are trading, we are being paid as price is going up. So that's a level to take something off, because that's a low gap with an up candle. Okay, and then the next one will be above this high, and then you leave the rest for up there. Okay, so entry wise, I think tomorrow will be a better entry, because it's almost 3 o'clock. So the bankers are getting ready to go home. Again, we had 2 down candles, and then we see price reject. So this is extremely bullish. So they want to continue going higher. Tomorrow maybe a retracement to this down candle high during London. That candle's high during London probable, and then you look for a continuation to the upside. We've extended ourselves to the upside. So if that doesn't happen, then look at this. I don't like this wick in here. That wick is making it a bit weird, because if not, then we use this down candle, but because of that wick, I don't like it. Let's look at the 2 hour. Yeah, that wick is just throwing everything off. So onto the 30 minutes, see what we can find. Okay, all right, this level is okay. This one, so I like that one. So you could use that level maybe tomorrow. Let's see if price is gonna retrace down there, and then you can look for a buy, or you could start doing it now till maybe by the time price closes, and then you could see price retrace all the way down there, and then a continuation to the upside. So your upside objective, when I give this, it doesn't mean we are going to go all the way there. That's the potential, but these are your levels you want to be taking something off. Okay, so you want to take something off here, something off there, and then the rest you leave on to see if you're going to get up there. Okay, so that is Canadian. New Zealand CAD, I'm still bullish on this. My last upside objective is 91.80. 91.80. Let's see what we have. I didn't get to this one. I was tired, so you can see I don't have my levels drawn on this, because I was tired by the time I got to NZD CAD. So we do have the mean threshold of this last up candle as the upside objective. So that is my upside objective. We could get something tomorrow here. So I'll be watching that level for a break in market structure. Previous week high. So in the 1 hour time frame, I'll be watching this level for price to hit it and then give me a rejection, and I'll start looking for reasons to go long. For my swing trade entry is all the way down here, but for weekly trades, I'm gonna look for a trade this week on this one. So where I'll start looking for trade will be down here. So you want to watch that as price is coming down, okay, to wait for breaking structure, and then once you get a breaking market structure, you can start looking for longs. Gold, gold's my downside objective is the weekly down candle here, and once you get there, I'll start looking for reasons to go long. Okay, so gold, I'm looking for long. You can sell it if you're bold and if you're confident. You can sell it, and then you can look for this target. the 1745 level. You can look for that target. Once we get down here, I'll start looking for reasons to go long. So you can start looking for reasons to go long down here. 1740. So what you want to start looking as the way price is dropping. So you want to watch the accumulation. Maybe if you're interested, study a bit of Wyckoff. Okay. Something like that. Okay. If you're interested, study a bit of Wyckoff. You understand how price accumulates when it gets to a high time frame level. And once you see that, you will have a great understanding of how price gets to levels, and then they just continue taking out people. Because what I've drawn here is basically price running stops above this high and running stop below this low, and then continue going higher. Okay, that's the accumulation pattern. So you want to start monitoring price as it's dropping, to see signs of accumulation to reverse and continue going higher. If you don't start seeing that, there's no reason why you should just randomly think that price has got to a level, so you want to buy. That is not the way to trade. That was the way I used to trade, and I got burnt a lot, where I'll hold on to, let's say price is coming to this weekly level. Because I think it's a weekly level, I'm buying right here. And then you keep doing this to me. You keep doing that to me. And then I'll not see it. I'll not get out. And then finally, I'll be like, crap, I think it's not going up. And I'll close the trade. Okay, so gold 1745 is the downside objective. And once you get down there, you want to start looking for some reasons to go long. Oil is stuck in a range for now, so maybe just leave it alone. I'm looking for retracement back down to 43, 44. So basically back to this high. I'm looking for retracement back there. So you can look for a breaker basically. So we've taken out this high, price is rejecting. If we take out this low, then you can use that down candle for a breaker entry to continue coming down here. Friday we did get something like that, but price failed to close below this, so I didn't get a breaker. But if we do this, you want to sell short here and look for price to come down there as your first objective. And if it does continue going down, then you can use this as a second objective, because I'm looking at this low and that high as a potential range, and therefore price should retrace to at least 618. All right, so that is that. Aussie CAD, let's go on the daily. I was looking at this this morning. I didn't get a feel for this because of this whole wiki price action. I didn't get anything to frame anything on, but I was still looking for price to come up here. The long idea that we had from down here reached the first target, and I'm still looking for the second target to be reached, which is this high. Right now it's just a mess. Yeah, it's just a mess in here. So what I'll do is I'll wait for it's just a mess. I don't see nothing. If we are to retrace back to this down can, you could look for a sell. You could look for a sell to come and take out this equal low. I don't see where it can potentially bounce. Let's go to the monthly and see what we can see. Okay. On a monthly basis, this is looking like reaccumulation, what we've just talked about. Let me measure this. Because we are bullish, so price is bullish on the monthly because we've taken out this high, so you'll be looking to challenge that high. We are retracing, so we should continue going higher. So now let's find what level we can key off from. Let's go back to the monthly opening price and the middle. That's where we can key off from. Drop down to the weekly and then the daily. Now let's measure this to that. Okay, so I'll see how price is gonna react at this level. So I'll see how price is gonna react with this down candle. Okay, if we get a breaking market structure on the lower time frame, then I'll look for reasons to take a long to come back to the breaker, and then I'll wait and see if it's gonna break it and continue going higher. So I'll see how price is gonna react in here. If it does go through it, then my next level that I want to watch will be down here. So if we break through it, then I'll just wait for price to get down here, and I'll look for reasons to go along. There's absolutely no reason to force anything on this, so I'll wait for price to give me reasons to continue going higher, because it's bullish, it's not bearish. I think the whole move to the downside was reaccumulation, and it wants to go higher. All right, because on the monthly and weekly we are bullish. This is just consolidation, and we will be seeing a continuation to the upside. See this one. Yep, we did. You've already been there. Yeah, we should continue going high on this. So I'll wait to see what price will give me on that. So for now, nothing on this. Aussie yen. I think we should continue going higher on this one as well. I think price is going sideways, so I'll be looking for a long. I think I gave a long last week on this one for my VIP members, right here with a stop below here, and we were looking to target this one as our first objective, and then that high as second objective, and then we look for the other one, which is up there. So that was the trade idea from last week. So that still stands. First target was met. That was last night. You want to watch this level, this one. That's the daily, actually 4-hour breaker. This down candle, running, breaking, mean threshold, could have been here. Okay, it's another one difficult to read. If you didn't catch the long, then I would say wait for more price action on this, because we do have some the Aussie New Zealand being bearish, so that's why the Aussie pairs are dropping. Okay, so you want to wait for more information on this one. I don't think it should drop, but it just could just keep going sideways for now, and then once we get bullishness in Aussie again, this thing will rally. Okay, so you want to stay out on Aussie yen for now, right? So stay away from this for now, and then CAD Swiss yen. Swiss yen, yes, if you want to. I personally think it should continue going higher. For that one has been taken, that one has been taken, so yes, it should continue going higher. Let's look at it daily. Yep, it should continue going higher in my opinion, because this is bullish, right? It's not bearish, it's bullish, because we've just run this stop, so there's no reason why price should come back down here. We've traded above this down candle, right? So it should continue going higher. If you want to take it as a swing trade idea, then I'll suggest you put your stop loss below here, okay? And then you look for, if you want to take it as a swing trade idea, okay, then leave your stop below here. Why there? Because they've taken stops below previous day. On Friday they took stops below previous day's low, so there's no reason for them to come all the way down here. But if you want to take it as a, like my type of trade that I take, which is the weekly trades that I close, then you can leave your stop below this down candle, which right now, look at the time, is 3:45. For trade entries wise, the time of the day is not helping. If you understand time of the day, time of the day means that you want to be taking trades like during London and during New York open. Those are the right time to be taking entries. When is London close, when you back test, okay, your success rate with entries during London close is not high. So I'll suggest wait till London tomorrow morning and then see where price is, because anything can happen overnight. Okay, see where price is overnight, and then you can base your entry on what price is doing tomorrow morning. Okay, if you want, you can take it as it's dropping. It doesn't change anything, but your success, in my back testing, success rate during London close is not good. You don't want to be taking trades during London close. Okay, so you want to take entries during, it's just a piece of advice as well. You want to take your trade entries during London. That's the best time to be long or short, because that's when the best moves will be happening. London close is typically like traders are closing off their position, okay, and those are the ones that you don't want to be in. So in this morning you saw London right here, that rally, that was London, okay, and then we had New York, which was this one as well. Okay, so you want to be taking position during those times, not in London close, because London close is basically traders have done, this move is the move of the day. Okay, this move was the move of the day, and then they've closed most of their profit off. That's why it's causing what you're seeing, but it should just reject and continue going higher. All right, so if you want to take as a swing trade, then like I suggest you do this, which is placing your stop below this low. Why? Because it's not necessary for price to come back down here. They've already taken stops below this low, so it's not necessary. So they could retrace in between this range. So between this low and that high, they could retrace inside that range and it still be fine. They could take out this low and still be okay to continue going higher, but not down here. Does that help? Let's have a look at crypto, because I've done, unless you have any pair you want me to look at, then I'm done on the pairs. So I'm gonna go on to crypto. Crypto. Bitcoin. Oh wow. I thought Bitcoin will come down here for me to get an entry. I was looking for Bitcoin to be traced deeper down here, but it didn't. I looked at this as a breaking structure, and this is a sign of serious bullishness. It's gonna go up. Bitcoin, after running this low, okay, this down candle, it's a typical example of what. Yeah, we will go on to that one. Actually, let's jump onto that. Weekly analysis, pound card. Right. The pound card trade, last Friday they did close us out. Again, that was another trade that I also took a loss on. They did close us out. So what we're waiting for is price to realign itself to the bullish momentum. So on the daily, okay, we want to wait for price to give us a trade above a down candle, or you want to start looking at the 4-hour and then look for a break in market structure. Okay, I personally think we should be rejecting and going higher. So this, let's remove, got too many lines on here. This down candle, or this low, is key, right? This low is key. If we close today as we are, and then tomorrow we get an up candle, that will be good. It will set us for a really good trade to come up here. If we get tomorrow, okay, to come back down, then this is where we'll be looking for a long again. Okay, so you want to watch it tomorrow. If we close as we are today, tomorrow you want to see an up candle. When you see an up candle, these 3 down candles, as we all know, I think New Zealand CAD did the same thing. Let's go into here and push New Zealand CAD there, and put New Zealand CAD here. Down here, remember we were bullish, and then we had 1, 2, 3, well, I'll call it 3 down candles, okay, taking out this low, and then the next day we had this huge move to the upside. It's the same thing. We might probably have got in too early. We might have got that one. We might have tracked them too early, so they've run people out. So what you want to monitor, okay, well, they didn't let me finish. This could be a stop run and they just teasing, and then they will reject and go higher. So you want to watch it and see how, okay, it's gonna trade going forward. Like you're saying, okay, this could be just a stop run and it just rally again. So you want to monitor it and see how they are trading going forward by looking at swing highs, okay, accumulation pattern. So you want to watch. We have 1, 2, 3, okay. So you want to watch this high. If we rally and close above that, that is bullish. You want to be looking here, here, and then we'll be looking there. Okay, so you want to watch it. Yes, we were looking for bullish prices, but they've run us out. It doesn't mean that it doesn't want to go up. You've seen clear examples, because they can do that. They've got every reason. Okay, they've got every reason to go below a low, because they can do it. They have money to do that. So it did come below that and then rejected and continue going higher. So I'm expecting this similar sort of price action on pound CAD, right? So you want to watch this high. If we happen to close above that high, that is your trigger, right? I might not see it, so I'm showing you now. If we close above this high, that's your trigger to look for a long to come up here, right? So watch this. If it doesn't do that, then this is your next down level to watch that. Okay, so on the daily, this is a very good level. Price never got down there. So if it doesn't do what I'm outlining here, then you want to watch this down candle. All right, that's a proportion candle, so it could lead to rejection to continue going higher. Yeah, the time of the day is not helping. I don't like the time of the day. Um, time of the day is, for entry wise, time of the day is not on our side. If you had got an entry on this one, then I would say that would be great. You can hold on to it, but this, we are in New York close, and you don't want to be taking entries during New York close, because you are going into Asia, and during that time brokers are allowed to do all kind of shady businesses, so they could spike down and take out this low, which I'm not expecting it to give up, but they could spike down and take out that low, because on yen pairs, when price closes, when the market closes for the day, which is around 10 GMT, okay, you could see some spikes. Okay, depending on your broker, you could see some spikes going on, and they could spike you out. If you have your stop below this low, they could spike you out and then still be bullish for the next day. All right, so you want to wait for London tomorrow, then you can look for a trade idea. All right. So that is that. And let's jump back to crypto. So Bitcoin, we have literally now hit the level that I was looking for. Looking at this, because I didn't have it on the other one. This looks interesting. If we need to close above this high. I don't want to see it close like this. Okay, if it closes like this would be like it's coming back to now clean out everyone. Okay, if it closes like this, I will see this as it's now coming back up to clean out everyone that was short, because people were trying to go short. So it will clean everyone out, and then the drop. If we close above this, then I think we'll be going higher. Okay, that is the all-time high, I think. Yeah, that is the all-time high. So you want to watch it and see what is gonna close, where it's gonna close today. Because if it closes like this is a run on these stops, and um, we could see price just sink. Okay, so be mindful on this. Be very, very careful, because this doesn't look like a continuation. It looks like, okay, people went short, right? People were right, they went short, they will place their stop loss here. It's just logic. So let's go back up there and run them out. And then those who went long, okay, where would they place their stop? Down here. And then we come back down and kill them out as well. So you want to be careful on this one. If it does close above, then fair enough, we will be going higher. If it doesn't, then you want to be careful going forward. Right? This looks like it's coming back for retest, and then it could come back down. Let's look at the weekly. It could be reaccumulation, closing their shorts in here and then accumulating longs. That's what it looks to me based on the weekly. They are closing their shorts in here. Okay, that's what happened there, and then reaccumulate longs to continue going higher. So if you want to go long, I think best thing is to wait for price to come above this high and then wait for retracement. So on Lite or Litecoin, you want to wait for price to close. If you didn't catch an entry down here, okay, you want to wait for price to close above, because where we are now, it could be a retracement and then a continuation to the downside. So you wait for price to close above this side, then a pullback to continue going higher. Or what you can do, if you have balls, sorry for my language, if you've got balls, then what you can do is look at this level and see price close above it. Okay, if price closes above it, you can use that same level to catch a long to continue going higher. All right, so watch that level. Ripple, I'm excited it's gone back up. Really excited it's gone back up. However, I'm just a bit on the edge to see if it has energy to break this high. I think it should, because this is like a trend. Okay, trend line phantom, so they should kill them off. Why have I hidden that? Okay, it should break that one. So I'm expecting a continuation to the high, to the upside. I'm expecting continuation to the upside, basically. I think that was just reaccumulation. This is just reaccumulation. This is quite different from what Bitcoin was doing. It only came back down to this down candle and rejection. So we should continue going higher. So if you didn't get, I think I mentioned this to someone to get an entry, and they didn't. They were looking for a sell. Well, there you go. You don't want to sell against bullish price action. So for trade ideas, I think they are, you can see here as well, they've rejecting this down candle, so that's reaccumulation attacking that level here. So that's reaccumulation attacking this. So if we close above that, okay, if we close above that closing price, okay, you can use that level as a high time frame level to key or to bounce you to continue going higher. And Ethereum, that is beautiful. A retracement to an old high, and then ultimately price rejecting to go higher. Let me show you something I've found on Bitcoin, Ripple, and Ethereum. You want to use those three, okay, if you want to trade these three. What I realized was there was an element of smart money pattern on this. If you're aware of my mentor's work, ICT work, okay, you'll be familiar with SMT divergence. So SMT divergence is when price is making lower lows and one is failing to make a lower low, or price is making high highs and one is failing to make a high high. So what I realized on, I think, Friday evening, was this Bitcoin made, because I knew, or I predicted, I think I shared it with a friend of mine. Yeah, I shared it with a friend of mine on Discord, that the Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, they are going to go higher. I'm gonna share that in the, I can't share it on YouTube, but I'm gonna share it on in the chat room so you can see what I saw, and I'm gonna explain it here. So for those of you in the chat room, you can see this. Yep. So if you're not in our chat room, you can join our Discord. Okay, the free chat room. I'll share it there so you can see it as well. Okay, so there's a link below the session, which is got our Discord. Okay, you can click there and then join the free public chat. I'm gonna share it there as well so you can see what I'm talking about. So do that now and then see what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna explain it in a second. So I shared the short that happened, or I shared with him the short that happened, and then I shared with him the long that was happening. So I told him to buy it. So our free members, I'm gonna post it right now for you to see it. So the first one is the sell that happened. And then the second one will be the buy. Right, so I've shared all four. The first two is for the sell and the second two is for the buy. Now let's go through what I saw so that you understand what I mean. So like I said earlier, if you're familiar with my mentor's work, you understand the concept of SMT divergence, where three assets that are correlated. Okay, three assets that are correlated. So we have example, you have the US 30 or the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. That three, they are correlated, so you can use that. Another thing that you can use on is the euro, the pound, and the dollar. You can use the SMT on that one as well. But this case, we have the Bitcoin, Ripple, and Ethereum. So you want to look at the lows that were forming when price is trading at a higher time frame level. So a high time frame level is what I've got here, or the sell. But let's go through the buy, because I'm interested in the buy rather than the sell. So this is the higher time frame level. Okay, this down candle. So price is retracing to a down candle. Ripple, price is retracing to a down candle. Ethereum, price is retracing to a down candle. So all three of them, price was retracing to a down candle. All right, I've got a down candle there already. Don't need that. So as it was doing that, we dropped down to the 1 hour time frame, okay, and then watch the lows that were forming. So Bitcoin made a low here. It made, let's do that. I have a sell on card space. We will look at that in a second. All right, there. Okay, I want you to look at here. If you understand this going forward, you can use it to trade it. Okay, so this one made a low, low here, a low there, and a lower low. Okay, so low, low, lower low. That's Ripple. Bitcoin made, this is Bitcoin. It made a low, low. It didn't make a lower low. It made equal low. Right, and then Ethereum, it made a low, low, and a higher low. Okay, that made a low, low, and a higher low. So right here, okay, when this made a higher low, it was indicating that there was something going on between these three. They were buying. Which one were they buying? They were buying this one, because this one failed to make a lower low. Okay, so they were buying this one, and this one they were reaccumulating. They were taking stops and rejecting. So I told him to buy Ripple because I was interested in Ripple, and this is where price is at now. Okay, so the relationship between Bitcoin, Ripple, and Ethereum, you can use and compare the highs when they trade to a higher time frame level. Okay, it has to be a higher time frame level. If not, what I'm showing you does not work. Right? You can't just use it randomly anywhere. It has to be at a higher time frame level, because quote unquote smart money will do that when price is heading to a higher time frame level. Okay, so let me show you the sell that I saw. So with the sell, you can see Ripple was making lower lows. Okay, Ethereum was making lower lows, but Bitcoin made a higher high here. Okay, so as this was making lower lows, this one made a higher high. Okay, so that was the difference. So when I didn't see the sell. I saw it earlier. I saw it late, but then I saw this buy. Okay, so going forward, if you trade this, anytime they are trading towards a higher time frame level, okay, anytime they are trading towards a higher time frame level, you can use what I've just showed you here, and then you can start looking for reasons to see big money coming into the market. So if you are looking for a sell, you want to see one of them making high and then two making lows, or two of them making lows and one making high. All right, so that is a free bonus. That's a free bonus. Okay, let's go on to indices. S&P, I've mentioned that these three I'm staying out. I don't have any opinion on them because they are not making sense right now. So I don't have any opinion on them. US 30, that was the upside objective. So if you've been around for a while, you know that that was the level that we were looking for, and price has smashed it today nicely. UK 100, we are still yet to reach that target. So if you're here, you can take advantage of that because you're looking for 6515 on UK 100. IT40, I think yesterday I was looking at it and it did hit that first target on the upside, which was this one. Okay, beautiful, hit it and then rejection. I think it's gonna go sideways and then price will come up here. All right, so you want to watch this as well for a continuation to the upside. I think it didn't drop, so they are accumulating again, so we will see a continuation to the upside on this one to the next target. And then Frank 40, we've reached the first target. I think they are keying off from that same level, so we are looking for the next upside objective as that one there. Okay, so you want to look for reasons to go long. So when I give this any trade, any kind of strategy you use for your buys, okay, use that strategy to take a long entry. Do not try to go short, just try to look for a long entry to get to those targets. Okay, and finally let's look at commodities. I haven't given anything meaningful on commodities, have I? Apart from sugar. Yeah, sugar. Yeah, sugar, I'm keying up from this down candle to give me reasons to continue going higher. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should reject and go higher from here. So on sugar, see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We could start looking for reasons for price to reject at that level. Okay, you want to start looking for reasons for price to reject here and continue going higher. So if you want to be a buyer, I would say wait. Okay, this is what I will do. I will not buy straight away. I will wait for this level to give up. Okay, if I'm right, they will come up here. Okay, and then once that level gives up, then you can look for a long. So wait for price to do this, then retracement, and then you buy it to continue going higher. Okay, so that is it. I think that's all I gave on this. Swiss pairs, New Zealand Swiss, I didn't quite get there. I had this level that I was watching to see if we get there for me to buy. I didn't quite get there. I still have that level, so if you are interested for a long, I think watch this down candle. Didn't come yet. It might be a trap. They might drop it down again. Take out this low into this down candle. Start watching it from here. Okay, start watching it from there. They have taken stops here, so it shouldn't go down there. I would like to take it from here, but I might miss it from there because it's 2 down candles prior to the move up. So start watching it from here. CAD Swiss. So CAD Swiss, I have this level. Last week it got to not there. That's on the 4 hour. It's on the hourly. This week you want to watch this up candle and then a trade back down. A trade back down to take out this equal low. This would be the trade of the week, in my opinion. So you want to see price come back up here, and then you look for a sell. It did come to the breaker. It didn't quite get there. That was the breaker. I didn't come back there. But I like this up candle. So if CAD is at Swiss is to get up here. I'll look for a sell to come back and take out this equal low. We also have another equal low here, so you want to watch that. It could spike down there and take out this, and then ultimately dropping down to this down candle. Okay, so we want to, let's see if price will give us entry on this. I like this one. Last week, that's what I was looking at, but it gave me a trade in here. I didn't participate, but it gave me a trade in here. You want to watch this. Euro Swiss. I don't like this pair. I don't like it. Aussie Swiss. Okay, so this is a level that I've been watching since I think last week. Yeah, so I'm keying up from this down candle. Ultimately, I think this will go sideways for now because we will have strength against strength. Aussie is strong going forward. Aussie will be strong and Swiss will be strong, so we might get a bit of consolidation. So they might keep going back. They might keep going back and forth and back. Alright, they might keep going up and down. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, they might keep going up and down, and you don't want to be in there for now. Okay, because that's what it looks like it's doing. So wait for one of them to give up strength, which I think will be Aussie will rally with the news maybe tonight. So you want to watch the news that I shared earlier, 3 a.m. this morning. So my time, 1st December, 3 a.m. You want to watch Aussie pairs because we have rate announcement and they could use this to take price to the next upside objective. Okay, pound Swiss, not interested. I'm still looking for higher prices, but at the moment I'm not interested in this. And dollar Swiss, I like this. Maybe tomorrow morning, reasons to go short here tomorrow morning to come back down. Okay, not now. You want to look at it tomorrow morning because we do have London close now, so you want to wait till tomorrow morning. And that should be it, my friends. As usual, it's Monday, so Monday I do kind of tend to take a lot of time. So that will be all for now. Any question, anything anyone wants me to look at before I disconnect? Anything anyone wants me to look at before I disconnect? Join the family. Yeah, join the family. Cool. I'll be back on Wednesday same time at 2 p.m. And for my members, I'll meet you guys tomorrow at 9 in the portal, and we will see what price we'll have for us. Okay. Thank you very much. No, I'm based in UK. I'm in London. I'm based in London, not Toronto. I want to visit there. I want to visit there one day after the lockdown. Alright, cool. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, and then for each our members tomorrow 9 a.m. we have our live session, and I'll be sending out the daily market summary in a second. I need to go and get myself something to eat because I'm starving. So I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day.